ये रुके
व्यूअर लाइक अपलोड क्यों नहीं करते हैं? बिकॉज हम लोग कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज जा रहे थे ना 2 वीडियो, ये तीसरा वीडियो सर जो कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं था जिसके देखो कॉन्सेप्ट की बात किया तो 11 घंटे का स्ट्रीम वाला बंदा बोल रहा है।
Thank you. Guys, I tell you, we kill them all.
मतलब करके दिखा भी रहा है कि मैं ही 11 घंटे
Real man. Throw in the flashbang. You think you can kill us? Let's throw a grenade. Throw in fire.
ये लोग बूस्ट भी नहीं करने देते ध्यान दो।
चलो
बीच जा और बैठा हुआ इधर चूतिया। कैसा आदमी है ये? तो क्या करते हैं इसके स्ट्रीमर, क्या देखते हैं इसको? ये देखो भाई बेस देखो बंदे की। डिफ्यूज कर ले, डिफ्यूज देखो ऑफ शॉट देखो, फ्लैश देखो। H2 के क्यों इतना चमार क्यों बनता है तू? अबे तू चुप ही रह, तू एक्सक्यूज भी नहीं आ रहा तो भी दूसरी दुनिया से एक्सक्यूज निकाल रहा है। अरे मेरा ग्रेविटी कम है ना तो थोड़ा माउस उधर नहीं गया। इसके व्यूअर्स से एडवाइस लेते हैं हाउ टू बिकम गुड प्लेयर। तेरी माँ की चूत। तू बेट कर सकता है, तू फील कर सकते हो कैसा लगता है जब तेरे को ऐसे काम करना है हमसे उम्मीद नहीं करते। तेरे को शर्म ऐसे बोलने के तो तेरे को कैसे शर्म आएगी बे भाई? तू और सीखना देख करने में ऑफ किया, एक मार दे भाई। मारा भी ग्रेनेड से, मतलब ऑफ क्यों लिया? मेरे से C4 लेना। ऐसे क्यों लग रहा है तू गिरेगा और मैं पीक मत कुछ नहीं। He's low 90। साइड में आ जाओ यार। ये क्या कर रहा है? किसको मार रहा है? एक फोकलिफ्ट है और एक कॉर्ड वाला ऊपर है। फ्लैश देता है बे, फ्लैश हुआ वो पता है, वो हैक कर रहा है। गाइस इज हैकिंग। H2 को फेक फ्लैश पे ही मार दिया। वीडियो पे आ जाओ सब लोग फटाफट। शिफ्ट
तेरा चैनल
गजब ट्रेडिंग स्किल्स है 70 लोगों भाग गया वहां से।
गाइस मैं 11 घंटे की स्ट्रीम नहीं अपलोड कर, भले ही मेरे पास वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड नहीं है बट मैं करता हूँ कुछ थोड़ा बहुत छोटा मोटा काम कर लेता हूँ।
क्रॉस करके बैठ जाता है।
गाइस इसके पास वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड है 11 घंटे स्ट्रीम। अगर भी टेबल तेरे दिमाग में क्या चलता है जब तू ऐसे बैठा रहता?
Oh, the world.
नहीं H2 के एक होता है कि ट्राई करना और एक होता है होना। तू ट्राई मत क्या कर, तू कर मत क्या कर। गाइस कुआं किधर है? कुआं किधर है गाइस?
We are the best.
गाइस मेरे को वीडियो बनना है, मेरे को कुआं दो।
Let's throw the flashback.
नहीं हम लोग तू बन रहे, तू हम बन। डैमेज तो तेरी मां को चूतिए। इधर आ तू रुक पार्सल आ रहा है H2 के ले ले। तो मतलब दो साइड मोलोटॉव कहाँ लिया?
ये स्पाइरो चूती है।
स्पाइरो नहीं खेल रहा अपनी टीम में। अच्छा वही खेल रहा है, सॉरी
चूते को इग्नोर करो, मैं तो ब्लॉक कर रहा हूँ।
इको कर ए ब्लॉक मत कर एक दूसरे को बेंच कर।
नहीं कर दे
ये ब्लॉक
Xpansive चूती है, बाय मत कर।
Together we can do this.
उसको पुश करके फिर मेरा
देखा आया।
लो है यार, चूतिया ये सारा स्पाइरो नहीं हो पाएगा रे स्पाइरो। अबे ये देखो भाई यार स्पाइरो यार, फक इसको क्यों बुलाया यार? बस इसको किक करते हैं ना प्लीज, साजिश संगठन बनाते इसको किक करते। एक तो अबे हारना ही तो फटाफट हारो ना, ये टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है मैं।
तो क्यों ऐसा डाउट है कि हाइप करने वाला है?
अबे ये क्यों बैठा है यहाँ पे जब इसके पास एक ही कुछ नहीं है, ऑफ भी नहीं है।
मेरे से आके मार के जगह से
टाइम वेस्ट है ये पूरा बंदा। 11 घंटे का स्ट्रीम भी मैं क्या बोलूँ अभी। उसको टाइम वेस्ट बोल रहा हूँ मेरे खुद के दोस्त 0
You will all die. Fear us.
I am bad man.
Come on, let's go.
I am bad man.
लॉर्ड ऑफ सेव कर रहा है।
Minecraft.
Very loud.
मैं बीमेन पुश किया था।
Throwing smoke.
Open. Open.
I'm throwing a grenade.
तेरी हम
Flashbang.
अबे कैसा चौका है ये? एक लेयर है, एक्टू को क्लिक करो सबसे पहले।
I'm planting. Bomb has been planted.
ऐसा चौको प्लेयर मैंने जिंदगी में मैंने खुद को इतना गंदा नहीं देखा। इधर ही है लो हाफ एचपी
Terrorists win.
वायरो ऐसा नहीं मिली बस खत्म
पिस्टल आया अब मुझे पूरा पिस्टल रहा ये ले चुप कर
सबसे पहले पीछे जो बैकग्राउंड में मैच चल रहा है कृपया बंद कर देते हैं
Smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
ये मैच
I'm throwing a flashbang.
कुछ है
Smoke. You will all die.
टॉपर अगर मर गया चल बूस्ट लिया यार
Grenade out.
दूंगा मैं तुम कॉल मत दे
बार पुश कर
फ्लैश दे
I'm throwing a flashbang.
साइड पे ही होगा फिटिंग हां मैं स्मोक कान में डाल ले
Throwing smoke. I'm planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Throwing a flashbang.
$200 लेवल आ गया
यार इसकी एचडी की वॉइस कितनी डिप्रेशन में डाल देती तुमको अरिजीत सिंह के गाने मत बस इसकी आवाज सुन लो एकदम डिप्रेशन में घुस जाओगे
We will make them regret this
किसी
day.
किसी को नहीं मार रहा हूँ ना तो इसकी आवाज सुन लिया करो बस
Flashbang.
तुम एक महीने तक नहीं मारो
Throwing smoke. I'm throwing
मारो क्या छूटे चल ही रहे
चल चल ये
I'm throwing a grenade.
देखो ना मिड पे बैठा है हमारे किंग प्लेयर
36 पे
Smoke. Grenade.
नाइस नेट
इंस्टो के दोनों बी पे आई में दोनों ए पे
ओ हगांड
Throwing a flashbang.
पीछे क्या वो लेवल मैं मेरा स्ट्रीम चालू मेरा गेम चालू
Smoke.
लोग तो रिव्यू करने टाइम दिया था क्योंकि पीछे की साइट आ गया है अब स्कोप मत करना चुप है जैसे यार ये स्पायरो कब खेलना चालू करेगा पता नहीं
क्योंकि मिड पे बैठा हुआ है जब ये हो रहा है तो मिड पे बैठा तो बैक स्टेप कर तो इसको मारना चूती दिमाग की इनको चूती मेरे घोटे पे देख पहले रेज करवाता है पूरे टाइम टॉक्सिक प्लेयर
I'm throwing a flashbang. Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Throwing a flashbang.
Evan last. Show this.
I'm throwing it. Terrorists win.
Nice.
The bomb is sticking down.
कैसा टिपिकल आंटी होती है ना ये तो Mg2 है तेरी माँ की चुप देर से तो अच्छा खेल रहा हूँ ना
अपना
ए मेरे साथ एक खेल कोई तो मैं भी खेलूंगा नेक्स्ट राउंड का
Nice.
मैं इवेंट पे क्लियर हो चुके हट जा
Flashbang.
भी क्लियर
Fire in the hole.
हेल्प करना अंदर खुद घुस के खेल रहा है
Fire in the hole. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Let's go, people.
जरा मैच देखकर तो तेरे से अच्छा खेल रहा है
C'est qui le taulier?
उसको मैच बंद
There you
कर
go.
वो बंद हो जाएगा मैच
Oh yeah!
सॉरी गटर कभी बंद नहीं होता
Throwing flashbang.
पुश कर
प्लीज यार प्लीज खेलने दो
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
सबसे पहले सुबह को किक कर
एक और
टीपी
एक
स्टेप 1 H2K को किक करो
सीन
को
क्या
लॉर्ड
बोलता है
Let's go.
और थोड़ा अपना ये बंद कर मैंने इसको म्यूट किया फिर भी तेरे स्पीकर से आवाज आ रही है चुपके की
A again. What the fuck?
मैं तो पूरा पेरेंट्स तक लैग हुआ
Bomb has been planted.
200 हमेशा इन्वेस्ट करेगा चोको, लेकिन यूज तक नहीं कर पाता चूतिया।
Nice! That's the way we do it. Move it, move it. Alright!
Spider-Man try hard.
Throwing smoke. Grenade out!
और कुछ डबल डिजिट तक नहीं है।
Roger that. Throwing flashbang.
Hi there, two.
अच्छा बी बी
और
बी
ना होगा।
Incendiary.
यार गलत 45 डैमेज एक बंदा सीटी आ रहा था। राइट यार ये लो था। मैं AFK हूँ।
Let's go, let's go! Laying down the smoke.
On that round, right?
Flashbang.
Oh, we did. Nice.
Nice!
और शॉट तू नहीं खेलेगा, ठीक है? तू मैच देख पहले पूरा, फिर खेलना।
Move it, move it!
या तो पूरा मैच देखना या तो गेम खेलना।
There you go! Smoke!
दोनों का मिक्स करके मेरे को फिर बुलाना।
Deploying decoy. Alright!
इसके अंदर
Counter-terrorists win.
कौन से दूर भागती है?
Oh yeah! Woohoo! That's the way we do it. Throwing smoke. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Smoke. Laying down smoke. All right. Counter-terrorists win.
एक राउंड सिर्फ कंसंट्रेट किया मैं, एक राउंड।
There you go.
सेम मत करना वापस।
Nice. Throwing flashbang.
ना मैं वापस तक ले रहा हूँ।
That's the way we do it. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Deploying flashbang.
वहाँ पे बैठा हुआ कोई छूटिएगा।
Grenade out. Flashbang.
मैप में घंटा की तो नहीं दिखा।
Terrorists win.
चूतिया बी के अंदर बैठा है, इसको आवाज नहीं आई प्लांट।
C'est qui le taulier? Nice. Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Fire in the hole.
अबे यार ये चूतिया फ्री मार दे।
Deploying flashbang.
और H2 के राइट में खाली है वो। अबे राइट में
Throwing flashbang.
अबे ये क्या चूतिया है बे?
Grenade out.
फटी दिया मैं इसको क्लास वाले को।
H2 बहुत ही चूतिया है भाई, बहुत चूतिया है ये।
मेरे को एक M4 दे यार कोई तो प्लीज।
टू मैच
There you go. Nice. All right.
मैं अपना काम कर
Throwing
रहा हूँ।
smoke. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang.
और दोनों सनरूम।
That's the way we do it. Flashbang. Fire in the hole. Terrorists win.
तेरी माँ भी चोद तू तो फ्रैक्चर ही बोलेगा।
C'est qui le taulier?
काउंटर कर रहा है।
ऐसे उतारे डेथ स्मोक पीछे ऐसे करिए।
Woohoo! Nice. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
ए चुप रहे,
There you
तू
go.
कितना टॉक्सिक है इसकी?
Nice. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
और दो है 90 को नाइस वन और एक है।
Shut the fuck up, मैं मरा नहीं अब तक।
Throwing grenade.
तेरी गांड है ना वहाँ पे मारना चाहता हूँ।
Terrorists win.
तू खाएगा? इतना डिप्रेशन में बोलता है, पता नहीं कौन सा गोली खाते हो।
एक्सपांसिव भी ए स्मोक कर अभी करेगा ना।
Oh yeah!
बैकग्राउंड बंद कर।
भागना नहीं।
Lock and load.
ये बैकग्राउंड में मैच देख रहे हैं की तरह।
All right. Throwing smoke. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Grenade out. Throwing a grenade. Woohoo!
सेव
You have the bomb.
Incendiary. Flashbang.
Oh my god. What a flash. What a girl.
इधर ही है सी पे।
Throwing flashbang.
लेफ्ट में।
Counter-terrorists
नहीं nigga अच्छी पहन से क्या पप्पी थी यार मैं ब्लंड मूव दिया
M4 A1 to be precise. That's so unexpected.
That's the way we do it. Go, go, go! Nice! Smoke. Fire in the hole. Grenade out.
Spam मार smoke
Throwing
लगा
smoke.
Yes.
Flashbang.
94 damage नहीं दिया तू
Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
वो तो मेरे को चूतिया समझे ये तो मेरे को चूतिया समझे तो मेरे को चूतिया समझे ये तो मेरे को चूतिया समझे
Easy clutch bro.
ये तो मेरे को चूतिया समझे फिर भी हम ये मार गए ये तो
ऐसा
मतलब करने का लेकिन एक मार के करने का
ये मिस हो गया लौड़े का.
सैड
okay
lol that global
okay
नई चीज इस भाई नहीं होता है जब तू हो जाता तो वो मुझे बहुत
likes to get inside of that window. Doesn't mean JW's not capable of still doing so, but he's going to have trouble if he goes there now with Nico waiting. All the way back around towards spawn with P250. One round. Back to pistols for the first time for FaZe. JW seems to have an idea, perhaps. Spots a lot. Oh, great shot as well. How good is that?
Nice little tap, extra crispy. And 4 players remain now. FaZe did have the advantage. Nico with that lovely deagle shots, but that is now just a distant memory as they'll make their final play towards the A side. Carrigan silence USP. Time is on their side at least. 20 seconds to get this bomb down, and Carrigan and Guardian doing work with the USPs there, but quickly they'll get back into it. This one league has to connect for Nico. Can he get anything from this? They are not planting. What are they up to?
Big
this
problem.
Full eco, remember.
It's done at this point. Nico should confirm that JW's off the mark. He can't get the kill on Nico. Oh, he just gets around the corner. That's the round, 1 second, and JW might go down after the time. Nico confirms that. Money gone, and you're right. The plant needed to happen sooner. Nico, the man who started that, ends it as well. 3 more kills for him.
After this sort of play as well, they got the advantage. They weren't planting the bomb. They're more focused on getting kills in the connector, and that's where they lost it. I'm not sure why the bomb would ever pick that position. Get that into the safety of the bomb site where the cover is. They've only got pistols. You don't have to challenge them. Well, they give up.
The highs and lows, perhaps. JW's epic clutch gives them an eco against them, and it falls apart.
Yes, so it almost makes it useless, really. As now they'll be down into force buying at 9-3. CZ's Deagles. That was their ticket back into this game.
Carrigan, smoke in front of him.
Shots.
Very quick, and he's done more damage knowing that they're likely going to be pushing through that. Smoke falls off, doesn't want to be safe and smart about it.
But they are fully invested in this round as well. They want this to be at least around when they get a plant here, but it looks like nothing will be done. Just one kill picked up there for JW. They're full eco now, 2 rounds left. Number 14 coming through, and Fnatic take their second time out of this map so far. Double digits. And FaZe right back on track. 20 kills for Nico now.
Yeah, every opportunity that this could have been brought level against that eco. If we were suddenly sitting at a very different score. Potentially 4 at least, or 5 rounds for Fnatic. Now we find ourselves 10-3 for FaZe, and again, like you say, no timeout for Fnatic, trying to figure out what they even do at this point in time, because they haven't bought, and they don't really have the cash to do so. Electro still with only 1 kill. Much like Cash, as a matter of fact, which seems ages ago,
Yes.
JW's the only one doing anything.
Well, that's true. It's been such an up and down game, hasn't it? Electro went from like one of the absolute heroes of the last 2 maps, and now he's on 1 at 11. It is crazy how a best of 5 fluctuates sometimes. And we'll get into this next round. Number 14, as I said, full eco now for Fnatic. They're trying to save their pennies for the final encounter. Not really enough to buy with this one, about 2K per player after the reset was found with just pistols. It was nuts. They took that bomb towards the connector. Guardian suspects his players beneath, and he'd be right to have that suspicion as he takes one of them down. That will be Crims jumping up and gets a quick scope to the chest. 5 on 3, Carrigan joining you in the fragging.
Guardian knows what's next. He's read this. Oh, failed jump. And access denied. Guardian again and again. He's found Golden jumping up, and now Olaf wants into the mix. He'll finally connect the spray and take down Flusha.
Well, there you have it. A clean sweep. FaZe find round number 11, but this is not done just yet. Fnatic can get the 11-4. This is their map pick. They do some of their best work, remember, on Mirage. We'll see what they can do here. The final buy comes in. It's not looking that tantalizing. 4 AKs and a Galil. Golden taking the hits and the firepower just to get that extra bits of utility on the table for his team. Nico in the underpass, nice and quick. Doesn't fully commit, just sits in the little cubby hole, waiting to hear them go towards middle, and JW gets fully flashed by his teammate. You can see he's not really happy with him, but still fine, no one there to take him down. But there is Ray, he won't be able to get the double frag, or will he? Olaf Meister bails him out, and now the 5 on 3 coming through. Guardian tagging up players, Crims down to a very short amount of HP. 5 on 2 now, Golden and Flusha have to do what they can, but another dink comes in.
Smoke to allow them to at least attempt to get to the site and maybe get a bomb plant down this time as Flusha gets above with the AK, jumping over. Smart mechanic actually pulls out of the jump because he would have had no chance to fire a Guardian. He actually not only destroys Guardian, but finds Nico as well. He's coming to form, it's working out, but the problem is that the HP is very low, 1:04. Bomb's gonna head off on its own course of action toward B. That needs to be convinced by Golden that it's on its own, and it's safe to do so because Olaf's pushing through Palace. He's possibly even going to catch Golden, and Carrigan knows that this is a possibility and has already left the site to wait for the plant. So it will get planted, I would presume, at this point in time, but the retake's going to be there quite quickly.
This is looking quite good now. Flush up, trying to sniff out every single crevice of the B bomb side. Drops the smoke, knows there's no point being silent anymore. That will give it up.
Oh, if that had caught either of them. Oh, what a shot. How is he doing this? Again, and get 3 rounds, or excuse me, 3 kills. 9 HP, Golden's just gotten in position with him. That nade could have easily killed either of them, and Olaf wants to go in the flank. Guess who's ready, and guess who's waiting? Olaf slows down. He knows they're softened up, goes for the first kill. Does he expect both? Oh. No, he does not. Flusha with 4 in an incredible fashion, all on low HP.
Well, there it is, 11-4 at half. Fnatic, they're on championship point in terms of the series right now. One more map will do it, but this is an incredible struggle now. If ever there was a team on this particular map, they would be it though. This is not over just yet. They can win the pistol. They've certainly got a chance. We'll take a quick break and come back with the second. It does suggest to go towards A and uses default smokes towards the jungle and steps. All the team's been experimenting with just one smoke towards Connect and then one in CT spawn. We'll see if that happens. Olaf Meister. He'll be joined in Palace by Rain and Nico. So they could be flashing those three players out to try and
only his second kill in the game, and he gets knocked out already. Olaf and Nico that do succeed in their attempt to get aggressive, and they're not done there, or at least Olaf isn't. Goes toward Crims finally. Flusha jumps through to help, but doesn't end the war, just the battle.
It's a really beautifully executed pistol here from FaZe. We'll break it down after this. 3-on-2 now. And I still have a very slight chance, but maybe not so much anymore. Crims going down, Flusha in an impossible situation. He might be able to get this one, but Nico bails out. The bomb will be going off, and he won't even have a chance to get close to it. Well done to FaZe. They do manage to drop the two smokes, one on the steps, one at the jungle, and then it's such a nice play because they've got three players in the Palace. Their focus is to find those initial kills and send three players right towards the spawn area. They can do that because Golden, you can see how troublesome that was from an HE to the face when he's trying to concentrate on finding kills out of the Palace area, and then Glock bullets coming at him in full force. He goes down, those three players push all the way towards CT spawn, catch players in transition with their knives out, and they manage to just run away with the round. Fnatic now. Get 11-4.5, but losing the pistol does not bode well. They have to force by here in the second. Straight up execution from FaZe. No default being run. They have no idea what's on the other side. Can be difficult if you run into the CZs here, and that's exactly what could happen. Rain will go first, but Lekros Deagle's waiting for him on the other side, but Nico deals with it swiftly.
Nico is unstoppable this game. Golden in the smoke does manage to sneak through and find Guardian. He can also fade back into that, and therefore stays alive. Stays sneakily behind the box as well as he lets Crims go to work. He could pull back into this. Bomb with Kerrigan is locked at fire. Armor on all three players left before Fnatic. No guns available. Another amazing shot from Nico as he catches Flusha jumping, looking for information. Crims can't hit the shot on Rain. They're going to jump over top. Olaf gets him before Nico even had position, and it is down to the man who stayed alive but only had the one kill. And woo, running and gunning goes Kerrigan.
Could be a quick map now. 13-4, full eco for Fnatic. Nothing they can do with this round, Matt. They just have to just sit back and watch it pass by. Default pistols, and now a chance for FaZe to farm some serious cash. Two SMGs, Kerrigan and Guardian, can be thrown into bomb sites first. I don't mind that approach, going for the full execute on an anti-eco. It's when he rushed B, that's when I have a real problem with it. And you just go in and hope for the best. And we've seen a lot of teams recently go for that approach, and it's all fallen apart, and sometimes costing the game. But this should be relatively clean. Guardian will rush B, so he's allowed to go in. I've given him a pass. He can go in there just to Mac 10, and the idea is just to call. If there is a stack here, cool. They can just go in towards A. If there's nothing, he can hold up like he has right now and said, you can probably just come towards B. There's no one here, but JW is waiting. Flusha gets the first kill. Guardian's going to go down. Surely he's going to get knifed. Oh dear, 5-on-3 now, but Nico does get one back.
JW will welcome the cash investment at the very least, given that
yes,
they're going to need a little bit more of that in the next round. Not only that, picking up the Mac 10, any kill he gets will certainly add to that. But at this point, look to win it because they've got the man advantage, and I would love to limit FaZe to 13 rounds rather than get this with little time left. Excuse me, as Lekro's going to sneak in as well. This could be huge because Nico's in Palace. Little does he know it. Lekro needs to be swift about this. He needs to be calm. He needs to be still and hold his nerve. He does exactly that. AK grabbed. This becomes very awkward for Olaf and Rain. Rain locked in the corner as well. JW's going to confirm that, and they run and gun. Not only do they get the kill, they do it convincingly. Olaf, last man alive, has an AK from A main, and they're already on the defuse, and Lekro's got the shot onto him. What a time for Lekro to double his kill score.
What a round. Fnatic with not a single dollar invested will be picking it up. That's a full eco. That's really rare to see that actually coming through. And you can see, okay, that's what happens when the knives happen. We get Kappa faces on the stage. We've seen a lot of those this grand final, I'd imagine, as we get into what should have been a 3-0 for FaZe, but that was absolutely everything. That knife from the kitchen area, and I guess those are the problems. If you want to segregate your players and have everyone spread out, running through the bomb sites, and then one person goes down, chaos can ensue. They'll still have money here, FaZe, but Fnatic right back in this. No one saw that round coming.
Damage is significant to both Rain and Olaf. Kerrigan, though, still on that AK, gets one. Good response. Lekro and Krims getting going is Lekro finally. He's going to fall off it as well. Notice they're walking into B. Good headshot. Down to 46. He'll be fine to take out Olaf. I thought that was going to be the nade. It doesn't matter. Flashed. Even though he wasn't blind, he was confident to take the peek, and rightfully so in doing it because he had very little HP left. It's just Nico left at a 1 versus 4.
Well, he has got time to work with, and unfortunately, man, the bomb is down in the sight, so nothing really can be done. But I say that with bated breath. We didn't think Guardian stood a chance, and we didn't think Fnatic could win around with just default weaponry. But here we are, 13-5, and looking very soon to be 13-6. Fnatic start their campaign on the CT side of Mirage and buy themselves an extra lifeline with that eco victory. Means the money is very nicely injected into their bank accounts, and also they can avoid map point for a couple of rounds. They can even afford a couple of losses.
Nade down. Continuing to pick away at Nico. But you're right, every kill counts. It won't matter. He's going to go down. JW with the shot. As he snuck into the underpass position, just spotted his feet. 6 rounds now, Fnatic. Money in their favor, and we said it, if there was ever a time to show us that CT side, well, now they get a chance to do so. I was a bit worried we weren't even going to get to see that transpire when they lost the pistol round. They fought back into this, and they'll have 4 AK-47s on a CT side.
It's so funny how this keeps changing, this grand final. It's so cool. Like, these are the moments that really make it exciting. Full eco victories, the swinging pendulum. As FaZe now, they'll be on Glocks. I'm almost certain they won't win this round, but you never know. It has happened a few times in this tournament. If you remember Cloud9 with Glocks against this very team on Cash, and look, they were out of that series completely. And all of a sudden, they get a full eco win with just Glocks on the T side, and it all fell apart. And they'll go towards the Palace right now. No flashbang, but they have got 5 players in this area. Golden will be challenged here. He'll get a couple, but a trade comes in. Krim should be able to pick up the pieces, but they're not the cleanest of kills. But his teammates are there, and this should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, there's not many pieces left when you look at the HP either. So Flusha walking back out quickly disposes of them. They do lose 3 guns. Which, fair enough for FaZe. They don't get a bomb plant, but they'll welcome that at the very least. With still 3 rounds to go, there's a money game at play. AKs across the board for FaZe, and only 2 AKs survive to be carried over into this run. I think there's a third, excuse me. I think Golden has one down in front of him. I take that back. He's gone to the M4, so they did lose 2.
I'm glad he did take it back. We do like to be totally accurate on this broadcast. And the AWP will be there for JW. He goes towards the window this time. Round by round, they're getting back into this one. Grenades go in towards middle. But as you can see, CT's jumping across to get that gap in the smoke. Rain coming through the underpass. Sort of to dissuade him from that approach. He won't be able to go just yet. JW ready and waiting. He jumps up on the ledge there. Bombs down in T-spawn, so don't expect anything too soon. It will just be basic mid-control. That's the first objective, but Chad called it out. Krim's one of the best connector players in the game right now. And he'll fire off a couple of shots there, just to maybe bait in JW, but there's the smoke. He won't have vision as they get towards mid.
Watch the way he plays it, though. He plays one angle to the next, so firing early, revealing his position. There. He's willing to give up a little bit, but falls off the jungle and immediately still covers it, knowing that Golden's far enough forward. He's not leaving anyone exposed from CT, so he's very efficient and smart about his positioning. Flush it for 1, but then immediately take it back out by Guardian. Lekro, just to note, has gone from 1 kill to 7 in the 5 rounds, so 6 kills in 5 rounds on this half. Olaf is going to try and challenge Krims. If anyone knows how he's going to play it, that's the man on FaZe that would.
Yes, that's a good comment, but here comes Krims now. He gets both! How has he done that again? It looked like he was done for. 1 kill, sure, but not 2 of them, and now